All right, welcome to the AM Munch. I am Chaplain Michael, and that's Amy that you see there.
Whoop,
And
whoop, whoop.
whoop, whoop. And oops, here,
Oh, that's a very handsome man. Who is he?
there I am. I'm here.
Very
I'm here. Don't
fancy.
worry, I'm here.
Oh,
Woo,
good.
here I am.
Phew.
AM Munch.
Phew,
All
I was
right.
going to have to start damping. I'm just saying,
Oh
I'm
yeah, to
getting a
get in
little
there. It's like,
nervous
yeah.
there.
So making amends. Wow. I mean, just saying that is just
Oh, man.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it could be, and I don't want to say scary, but it could be intimidating when you think about making amends, because making amends is like you are you're telling someone you're not just you're sorry. Saying you're sorry does not make amends,
no.
right? So you want to take steps to restore, repair, to compensate for something that you've done to someone else or that situation. That's what making amends is about. But understanding making amends and actually taking action to make amends, that's where I think a lot of people get stuck at. Why do you
Absolutely.
think people get stuck at doing that, Amy?
Well, I'm going to share something. I wrote a series of articles on trust
Uh-huh.
and trust at work years ago.
Yeah.
And when I would have them, the people in the group make a pretty heart, a really pretty heart. I'd give them a piece of paper. And then they have their heart. And then it's like, okay, somebody does something to betray you. Can you put that heart back together again? Probably
Right.
not that heart. So
Not that
what,
time.
it can, it's like back to your point, just saying I'm sorry
Yeah.
doesn't change anything.
Right.
So for me, it's like, and I've had a particular relationship that is no longer part of my life. Something really happened that was a deal breaker, an
Right.
integrity issue that was a deal breaker. And I thought, okay, I'm about second chances. Maybe they didn't understand. Maybe I wasn't clear. And so
Right.
we talked about it, and I said, do you know what happened? Because then we could come up with a plan and how to rebuild trust and how
Right.
to, see what happens to our relationship. And I said, what happened? Oh, I have no idea. And I'm like, to lead me to making this action that was very, very disruptive
Right.
and that I couldn't live with. And I said, that's the incorrect answer. If you don't know how it happened, it's going to happen again.
Right. And it helps both sides. It's not just the person that is trying to make amends, it's also with that person that you're making amends to. Because sometimes it puts you in a chain and
Oh,
you
nice
hard. I
prop.
know, I got
I
a chain
like.
here. Yeah, I know, I know. So I borrowed it from the chain store. But anyway, I borrowed it from the making amends store
Oh,
where
nice.
people are again chaining themselves to that, and they're even using a lock. Can we see the lock? You're
Ooh.
even using a lock to lock yourself
Ooh.
in on that. And then if you're going to do that, it's going to be hard to break this chain. What we want you to do and what we want to encourage you to do is to unlock that chain and break these chains that's holding you and holding you back. Because everybody has a special gift, everybody has a special talent, everybody has something inside of them that they can give to this world.
Amen.
But there's one thing I found in looking up amends. There's a certain thing called living amends.
Ooh, tell me more.
Yeah, so living amends is that it's the concept of recovering where you consistently demonstrate change, right?
Mm.
So such as it's kind of an indirect amends. So like I'll tell you that I'm no longer going to drink anymore,
Hmm.
right? But I'll just show you. The living amends is showing you. So I'm going to
Mm.
stay sober.
I
I'm
love
not going to
that.
steal anymore. I'm not going to lie anymore. You're going to see it. I'm not even going to tell you about it indirectly. I'm going to make amends by showing my actions speak louder than my words.
And what comes to mind as you're saying that is, really defining what we're talking about here. Like this,
Yeah.
like I'm going to be more present in our relationship. Like I'll go,
Right.
I don't feel connected to you. I don't feel like I matter to you. And they'll all do better. What does that mean? And
Right.
so what and this has happened in a couple of relationships recently. I get taken for granted because
Hmm.
I'm Amy's the girl you can always count on and Amy's
Hmm.
always going to be there. But there are certain people I want to be here for me. And
Exactly.
so what it's my responsibility to go, okay, let's be clear about that. What are the things that I really need in this relationship? And if
Hmm.
you can't do that, that's okay. You
Hmm.
know, maybe we need to shift the relationship a little bit. I thought we had a different relationship than we do.
Exactly. And making that clear is so important because then you don't have these chains, these that start to shackle on you and prevent you from having a positive relationship.
You know, and something I'd like you to share, something that's really significant for me. You and I do so much great work in the world, and
Uh-huh.
we need other people to help us to do this good work.
Right.
And one of the things that you shared with me many years ago, the difference between a servant and a volunteer.
Right, right, and that volunteer is someone that will be there when it's convenient for them, and they don't have to, and they'll come and they'll do the work. But a servant is actually someone that will show up no matter what. So, like if it's raining outside, a servant will say, "Wait, I need to leave early. I need to get an umbrella. No matter what, let's make it work. Let's get up this
I'm
tent."
going to bring, umbrellas for other people
And
too. It's
for
not
other
just for
people,
me.
right? Right. You're going, but being a volunteer, they don't even think about that. They're like, hey man, it's raining.
I'm out
You're
of
on
there.
your own for
So,
this. You
so
guys are probably going, you probably shouldn't even do it. You should just cancel
exactly. And
it.
then they call other people to not do it. So they don't
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
bad, right? So they
It
don't have to
becomes
make amends
contagious.
because they got other people to agree. So I think where I'm going with this, with the amends, is you got to
Uh-huh.
know who people are and you got
Right,
to know what the relationship is. And
right.
a lot of times people feel betrayed. So I need to
Uh-huh.
make amends because
Hmm.
they didn't negotiate what the deal was. And
Right,
if you need a servant and you've got a volunteer, you might have to do something.
right.
And you may
You know,
make amends. I'm sorry. I wasn't clear about please forgive me. I wasn't clear. This
right.
is what we need now. Does this work for you or not work from you? So I'm making an amends. I don't know if
Hmm.
they really need to. They were just being themselves. And sometimes it's about us just accepting people as they are.
I know. And understanding that is so important because I thought I had and just recently I just had a situation with a guy. I thought we had a really good relationship. I mean, we talked. I would always give him, good affirmations every day, and say, "Hey, and how's the family? What?" And and uh there was one disagreement that he had with me, but he didn't come to me. He went over my head.
Oh,
And sometimes that hurts, but then it's like, well, maybe there's something in our relationship that I didn't understand or that he didn't understand of that open door policy to be able to come to me when you're having a challenge. And so uh, breaking that chain of thinking that, hey, I can't deal with you on this level because we are at odds or I'm going through something and I feel like you're a different person or whatever. But breaking down that wall sometimes can be kind of scary and it can be challenging, right? Because then if somebody does something and it breaks your trust, right? It destroys some of the confidence that you had in them. How do you get that back? Right. So we talk about a lot of different things right now. So how do we get that back? And why is it important? Why is it important? Repairing trust is very important to any relationship that you have.
to every relationship
Right.
that you have
Get rid
at
of the
work,
past
at
stuff.
home, in
Hmm.
service, in all of it. So I'm just
Breaking
going to
those
throw in
chains.
a couple of things in terms of that. That relationship you had, you may not go back to what it was.
Right.
So know that.
And that's okay.
And it is what it
That's okay.
is. Okay
Yeah.
or not okay, it is
Yeah.
what it is. You
Right.
know, right? But how I build trust is here's a dollar, do they give it back? Here's $5, do they give it back? And did I make an agreement that they would give it back? And if I
Right.
didn't, right? So it's like in building that trust, and you can trust people in different arenas
Right.
in their abilities, in how they are in the world, in different areas. So no, trust is many things. So you
Uh-huh.
need to look at what is it that I have on my hands in
Uh-huh.
terms of relationship, and does this work for both of us right now? And how I love that I'm saying I'm sorry is very
Right.
empty. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people that say I'm sorry like gazoon type. and they're not
Right.
really doing anything. But
Doesn't
really
even
looking at what happened, how do we want to fix this? We may not want to fix this. I can feel sad and I can be sorry
do.
that things aren't what I want them to be. But now let's make amends. Let's heal that because hurt people,
Right.
and that probably will change the relationship one way or another.
And it's accountability, and which helps you with whatever you're doing, whatever your purpose is, whatever you are purpose driven, it's part of your accountability. If you want to be accountable for your actions in everything, not just one thing, everything that you do, you have to make amends for those things because that's what's going to build your character.
Well, and let me
And
share
it,
one thing that came to me this morning. I
uh
was thinking about when you have a rip in a shirt and you sew it up, that's
hmm
stronger than it was before.
right.
Right. And so
It
knowing I've
does.
had relationships that had ruptures that are
Uh-huh.
much better now because we're much clearer and we love each other. We really love each other, not the
Uh-huh.
images we thought we were.
Man, that sounds like marriage.
Yeah, hello. Hello. We love
No,
them.
really,
No,
I
it
tell people,
really is, man.
anybody that I'm coaching in marriage, and I would tell them, I say, hey, look,
Stuff's gonna happen, man. Because
if you
well, you
get an
know why? Because
argument
they
with your
feel safe
spouse,
with you,
yeah,
right?
if you get an argument with your spouse, great, all right,
I know, right?
yes,
Me too. I'm all in it, man.
yeah,
I mean,
and
have
then
the
let's
rules
work
of
through
how
it.
you fight, right?
Right,
Right? You have to have the rules of how you're
right,
going to do it.
right, right. But
So that's another munch, I'm
healing,
thinking. How to
healing,
fight fairly.
fight fairly. Exactly. Healing is important, right? Finding closure and releasing any kind of guilt or any kind of shame in a relationship is very important. All right. And that's what making amends, that's another part of making amends. You have to look for healing so that you don't have open wounds. Because anybody who knows about open wounds, they don't get better, they
No,
just expand and they get worse. So we want to make sure we have healing, but also have empathy, right? Empathy is important. And that's having a deepening impact on your actions, right? Are you being intentional to say, hey, look, I do want to make a change. I'm sorry for what I did, but let me show you that I'm sorry. And let's have a healing time together. And let's grow from this. And let's become stronger friends. Let's become stronger uh, business
workmates,
partners,
right? Soulmates, whatever,
soulmates,
whatever
business
we are.
partners, whatever you're doing, let's become stronger through this and not become weaker through this.
I love
Right?
that.
This is
Mhm.
something that's going to build up our relationship and make us
And any good relationship has to go through conflict.
right,
If they
right,
run when you have
right,
conflict, you don't have a relationship.
right. Get rid of this chain. Get rid of
That's
this
right.
chain. I'm gonna
Get
do
it
this
off
right
your neck.
It's gone.
Yay! He's free. He's free.
Be free, right? Don't chain yourself to those things. Don't chain yourself to any kind of guilt, anything that you've done wrong. If you're still living, you're still breathing, you have an opportunity to break those chains and make amends for the things that you've done and move forward in peace. Because we're all looking for peace. Aren't we looking for peace?
Exactly. I want peace in my life. I want calm. I want
Yeah,
to do good, but I want to do good with people who are holding my hand and we're walking together and dealing with
right.
things real time.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody struggles. Everybody
Hmm.
goes through something.
Hmm.
you know, but you can get through that. And man, you always got me and Amy. That's for
That's
sure.
right. We're here. We
We're
got you.
here.
We got your hand.
We got you. We'll get you through. But you also have other people in your life that help you get through too as well. So think about those people. Know who those people are. Make sure you're repairing the trust. Make sure you're being accountable for your actions. Make sure you're looking for healing in that process, but also have empathy when you're going through it and be intentional with whatever you decide. How are you going to show that action that, hey, I want to make amends. I want to
So
make a
be,
difference. I
yeah.
want to repair this relationship. Be intentional about it. And I
And I want to be
guarantee
really
you,
clear, right? That's all good. And make sure you're doing that not only with the other, but with
right,
yourself.
right. All right. So that's the munch for the day.
Whoop, whoop,
Whoop. I
whoop.
hope
I
everybody
forgive
was
you,
hungry.
Michael. I forgive you for what
Okay,
I'm not
thank
sure
you. I
yet.
forgive you
But
too,
there's one
Amy.
coming. There's
Wait a
one
minute,
coming.
Amy. I love you, Amy.
I love you, Michael.
All right. Don't ever forget that.
I don't think I can. I hope I can't.
Okay.
All right.
All
See
right,
you,
that's
munch
more
you
than much for
later.
today. Have a good day. Love you.